Another engaging edition of Sports Tonight has just kicked off from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Always a delight to have you join us. I'm Austin Okonakwa, and it's still an action-packed world of sports. On the menu tonight, we'll talk about international athletics. What's going on with this doping chase that the IWF are chasing? More stories, more revealing reports coming out of that. We'll talk about it tonight on the show. And right here in Nigeria, we're counting down to the Nigeria Professional Football League Super 4. Yes, when the Super 4 is done, then you know we're expecting a new season. We'll also talk about this ban given to Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid. What's it all about? And then for most part of the show, we will be talking about sports in Lagos State. Yes, you know, Lagos State has been leading the campaign for grassroots sports development, and the state not doing so badly also with football. Remember, MFM and Ikorodu United, they will now play in top flight league football in Nigeria. So that's the outlook for the show tonight. But also remember, I'll go to Washington where our friend Sonny Young, yes, it's a Thursday, Sonny Young will be joining us to talk about all that is going down in our exciting world of sport. He loves talking about boxing, so boxing will be part of the discourse when Sonny Young joins us tonight on the program. But before Sonny Young joins us and the other guys that will be talking sports with us tonight, let's get you talking. Yes, because I keep telling you that this show is designed for you. Let's get you talking on Twitter. We're Channels_Sports, verified Twitter handle. You can talk to us on whatever you want to talk about as regards all that is going down in your action-packed world of sports. And on Facebook, we're Channels-Sports. Just to also let you know that all our top stories can be viewed on our website. It's channelstv.com. And on YouTube, we are /channelsweb. You're on the go and you want to be part of all we're doing today, yes, you can. Just go to m.channelstv.com and download the Channels TV app for your iPad, iPhone, BlackBerry, your iOS, your Windows phones, and even your Android phones can do the magic. It's m.channelstv.com. Download the app and you'll be part of what we'll be doing tonight on the show. It's Sports Tonight on Channels TV. Right here, we just love talking sports. So let me bring in the guys. They'll be talking sports with us tonight on the show. I'm smiling because I like having Olawale Adigun join us to talk sports. Olawale, good to have you around again.
Yeah, it's good to be back again, and since I'm doing back-to-back these days.
Okay, back-to-back. You're trying to keep your place in the team. All right, that's fine. And my colleague, Yemi Adebayo, always a delight to have Yemi join us. Yemi, good to have you here.
That was a pleasure. Exciting day so far.
That's right.
A lot of things coming out of the exciting world of sports, and we're here to talk about it.
That's right.
IWF gradually turning to FIFA, getting messier by the day.
That's right. You know, we talked about it last week, and when we talk about it now, next week, something more revealing will come out. This is the part where we'll get you involved now. So let's talk sports right now. Olawale, let's begin with the NPFL Super 4. Dates are out. First leg fixtures are out also. What's it for you?
Yeah, but not bad. I like the intention. The intention is to get the clubs, you know, in that competitive feeling, that competitive nature or ahead of their continental duties. I remember these 4 teams will be representing Nigeria: Warri Wolves, Enyimba, and the CAF Champions League, Ayava Akwa United, and also Nasarawa United. The fixtures, we've got Warri Wolves starting off against Akwa United in Kaduna. That should be a good game. And I'm only hoping that all of these teams will bring in their A-list players, because guess what? These 4 teams have recruited massively. Warri Wolves have got a new coach in Sam Okpodu. They've got a new board also. Remember that the old board was sacked. They've brought a couple of players, Dele Ajiboye. They've brought in Bernard Okorowanta. You know, a whole lot of players they've brought in. Akwa United also are bringing their oldies back home with the soccer of Fodo coming back. There's Ubonge Pai also returning to the club. So it will be a very competitive one. Right. You can't take away the Enyimba also who have recruited massively. Brought in a couple of players. I was checking out File Alaputa's Twitter handle today. He said they've got 3 more players they want to sign. Wow. If they sign those players, he says he can beat his chest that they win the CAF Champions League or get to the final and also dominate the home front. So that tells you that Enyimba are not even done trying to get players for the new season. And also there's Nasarawa United. They've brought on Victor Namo from Libya, former player. Remember, was also former top scorer. And also there's the case of Abdul Rahman Bashir, who has come in from Enyimba, is joining the team also. So everybody has really revamped the squad, knowing fully well that it will be a long season. So it should be a very interesting Super 4 encounter in Kaduna.
That's right. I mean, let's take it from Olawale. Change of coach at Warri Wolves, change of coach at Akwa United, and then this Super 4, it just gives us the feeling that we're already ready for the league.
We are, usually something like this should be a curtain raiser, but since you don't know when the league will start, so it's not a curtain raiser anymore. But I'm happy. You see, you can't train in isolation, you can't practice in isolation. You need these kind of competitions to help you put you in shape.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that we will not have what used to happen. What has been a trend now for Nigerian clubs, just going to a continental competition, first round, second round, no Nigerian team anymore. And this gives us the opportunity, gives the clubs the opportunity to try out new things at a competitive level before they go into that. For some teams, it's over before it started. Now you have the opportunity to see some of those players. I mean, it changes backroom staff, changes administration, buying new set of players. I mean, for all of these things to blend, you need opportunities like this to put everything in motion and see where you go. But I agree with Wale that I'm seeing a lot of seriousness, and I'm hoping that the tempo will be maintained. I'm hoping that everybody will, be on their toes to achieve something and make this season memorable for us. Not just on the domestic, not just with the domestic league, especially our teams. We've been missing that last couple of years. We've been missing that. So we want to see our teams go as far as they can. We don't want to hear issues about funding. We don't want to hear issues about players protesting on the eve of a big game. You don't have a situation where travel plans campaign the campaign for the competition. So a whole lot of things.
These are key issues he has raised. I think for all of the quality we have, going into whatever continental competition we go, look at Enyimba, it's a fantastic squad.
Right.
I think that what our clubs always forget is that it's not about what you have on the field. It's about also your planning for a game. You're planning for a competition.
When you're playing in the continental competition.
I think our clubs always forget that issues like the condition, the weather, where you're going to, the food, the jersey you're supposed to wear. I think we overlook all of those things. And guess what? They are factors that come together to make sure
you are ready.
Yeah. So I think our clubs need to really look at this. You look at clubs traveling a day before a continental game, and you're like, are you guys serious about winning the game away from home? So we need to put planning. Planning has to be very key for us if we want to make a statement. Because don't forget also that it's also a continental season where we can't afford to fail. The coefficients are catching up with us. If we don't do well, I think we're left with only one spot in the CAF Champions League. Right now, I think this will be the last season or a season before we have only two. So if we don't do well, Warri Wolves and Enyimba have got a whole lot of hopes on them. They need to do well for us to ensure that we keep our 2 slots on the CAF Champions League.
Let's give you some updates as regards the Super 4. It will be played in Kaduna and Uyo. The first leg will kick off on January the 20th and it will end on the 24th. That's the fixtures right there. Day 1 will have Warri Wolves taking on Aqua United on Wednesday, January the 20th. While Enyimba will play Nasarawa United. Day 2, Aqua United will take on Enyimba League champions, and then Nasarawa United will play Warri Wolves. The second leg, that's right.